Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is a response to Dreams and Wishes show and tell for Bugs and Rug. Dreams are very important. I've always had dreams, and I'm lucky that I've had a life and experienced things that a lot of people haven't. I always wanted to be famous. Not famous. I always wanted to be. Never wanted to be famous. I always wanted to be the background singer or play the guy, the hero's best friend, or the bumbling idiot in the elevator. And and always wanted to be a ventriloquist, right? That's right. So I remember when I first got tinsel. Before I got tinsel, I had done things. I was in a bear band that's big burly men, and I supported myself on that for a year and had a record out and got fan mail from Germany and Italy and everything. It was quite exciting. And then that fizzled out, and I took up photography, and I didn't like that. And then I got a chance to produce a play, a local play, and we got Patricia Neal, Academy Award-winning actress Patricia Neal. One of my jobs was to watch over her. And my father, who was quite talented but never really, never really did anything, I put him in charge of watching her. He was sick at the time. And my fellow, the writer of the play, who really had nothing to do with the price of eggs there, she was a bitch. She was like, your father talks too much, and Miss O'Neill this and Miss O'Neill that. I said, you know what? I'm asking for one thing and one thing only. I want my father to sit with her before she goes on. And she was very feeble and and I remember during the rehearsal, we were watching her rehearse, and everybody had tears in their eyes. And I'm thinking, okay, everybody's teared up because we remember her from the Maxwell House commercials, HUD, the original Walton's movie, the Waltons, John Boy. And we had a few volunteers from the high school who came over to help. And I looked over at him, and there he was tearing up. So she was a dynamic actress. She couldn't get it together backstage, but she would march out on stage so proud and like nothing bothered her. My father died a couple of weeks after that, and I was so proud that my father got to see me do that because he knew it's something I always wanted to do. My father didn't think I was going to do it. And when he saw me with Patricia Neal calling me Dear Paul, she had a very deep voice, Dear Paul, you could see him beam with pride, and I'm glad I got to see that before he went. And then I was, believe it or not, Fat Paul was a model, and I got a cover of a magazine. I was a centerfold, and I did that. And the throwback from that was I was in New York City at Restaurant Row, where all the restaurants are, and me and my friend couldn't decide what to eat. And this guy who owned a restaurant came out and said to me, it would be an honor, Mr. Centerfold, if you came and ate at my restaurant. So that was a thrill. But the best was I always wanted to see myself on TV, and I got that chance when me and Tinsel entered a contest for the Girls Next Door. And we entered, and we didn't hear nothing, and I was like, I didn't win. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was rehearsing. I just had a class for ventriloquism. We were rehearsing, and then I got practicing, and then I got wound up, so I got a Diet Coke, lit a cigarette, and I'm sitting in bed watching television. And here comes a commercial. We asked you to laugh like a girl. And that was the name of the contest. The Girls Next Door, Laugh Like a Girl. You had to laugh like one of the girls. And they're showing all the girls, and I'm sitting there with my cigarette, my Diet Coke, totally tired, real cranky. And I'm looking, I'm saying, I was better than that. Then they showed the second one. I was better than that. And then the third one, there I was, and my heart fell. I don't remember seeing myself. I totally blacked out, right, Tinsel? That's right. And the repercussions of that was, I'm going to be famous. And that next day, I walked down the street, and this construction worker comes up to me, and he goes, hey, aren't you that guy with the doll on the commercial for the Girls Next Door? And all proud, I was like, yeah. And his response was, why? And I remember thinking, did you remember that? Yes. So that was that. But as far as a dream goes, I mentioned they wrote a book on Patricia Neal. I'm mentioned in there as the producer of the play. I've met Ronnie Spector, worked with Housewives on Prozac. They're very big in this area here. That's where me and Tinsel made our debut down the city. Me and Tinsel doing shows. We're working it. We're working our way up. We're making headway. We may get a local television show. That's up in the air. But you know what? I'm not going to say nothing. But what did Annette Funicello say? A dream is a wish your heart makes. And I'm lucky because I've had an extraordinary life. You may just see me as this dorky nerd who does a puppet. Ooh, sorry. It's okay. But I had an extraordinary life. I had a great life. And, you know, and I'll be quite honest, things are a little touch and go right now for me, and I'm going to live it to the fullest before, you know, heaven comes knocking on the door. But I have to tell you something. I had a great life. In the morning, I bet you, it's the only time you'll catch me bitching is in the morning because I hate waking up. But on a whole, I have 3 lovely dogs. I have family, I have friends, I have cousins. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of me. And my dream wasn't to become famous. It was to inspire people because I was so inspired by the 4:30 movie and beach movies and all this stuff. And I just want to make someone happy, laugh. And I just want to give back to the countless people who gave things to me. And maybe even inspire someone. That would be nice. I don't have children, so I'd like to leave a legacy behind. I guess that's what that comes from. But on a whole, never give up, and I told you that they're bugging rugs, because you know what? Dreams come true, and they do. Did it get it to the extent I wanted it to? No. Is it over yet? Not till the fat lady sings, but let me tell you something. I'm going to try, and I did. I had a wonderful life. Not a lot of people could say they were a cover boy centerfold. Not a lot of people could say they hung out and worked with Patricia Neal, Ronnie Spector, the Housewives on Prozac. What I want, I get. It takes some time, but I do it. And I'm slowing down now because I work 6 days a week and I got to pay the bills. If I had to do it over again, I would have bought a friggin' caravan, threw her in the back, the dogs in the back, and I would have went from town to town playing for my supper. But anyway, I'm sorry this is long-winded, but you know what? It's important to dream. And dreams keep you rolling. And dreams do come true. That's, you know, it. But, yeah, I had a good life. My dreams did come true. All my dreams came true. And now it's just the level that they got to get to. But even if that don't happen, I have a wonderful scrapbook. He sure does. And you're a part of it now. And YouTube, part of it too. Maybe when I kick, they'll remember me from there. Who the hell knows? But anyway, whew, have a good night. And you know what? I love this show and tell thing. I wish I would have found it sooner. Thanks. Bye.